Radio, Joe G, we're back, talking about the worst business meeting ever, a veritable nightmare, a ghoulish nightmare, with brainwashed drones, and Cockbreath, the infamous Cockbreath, who's not secure in his own fucking manhood, his own dingaling that he's swinging around there. So let me explain the situation. First things first, I'm gonna explain the situation. So I wanted to join this Amway Global thing because I want to hook it up with the random virtual radio network. Okay, I want to give you guys a place where you could buy stuff where it's discounted, and you just go to the website. You go to the website, and I promote it here. And of course, I'll go to businesses. Of course, I'll do the personal thing, which I don't think there's anything more personal than the random radio program, because I'm speaking directly to my audience. I picture each and every one of you guys who support me and listen to me as I'm spewing my rhetoric, if you want to even call it rhetoric, because it's not rhetoric. It's the opinion of one man, and I don't claim to be anything more than that, just one man. And if it's one thing I can teach you guys, if it's one thing you'll learn or you'll understand from this program, is that I want people to think for themselves. My biggest goal, most people's biggest goal is to make $1 million or $2 million. Okay? No, that's not my goal. My goal is to be able to throw benefits for people who have cancer and can't afford treatment. Okay? I know there's a lot of people out there who think for themselves. A lot of people who support this program think for themselves. Okay? But the general populace out there are infused with rhetoric, are in essence brainwashed by the media that they listen to or the people that they watch. Rush Limbaugh fans have the same opinions, for the most part, than Rush Limbaugh. He doesn't challenge them to think for themselves. Very few radio show hosts and television show hosts actually encourage the audience to think for themselves. And I know a lot of people hate Opie and Anthony, but Opie and Anthony are one of those people, or one of those shows who encourage people to think for themselves. They have a balance to their show. They don't just drive in one fucking viewpoint into your mind. I mean, any business, okay? And this is the thing. I'm not a moron, okay? I am not a moron. I come and I joke around because that's my defense mechanism. Anybody who's known me for more than 5 fucking seconds knows that that's my defense mechanism, okay? If I have something to diffuse the situation, and that goes back to fucking 3rd grade when I got punched in the stomach for wearing 2 different pairs of shoes because I'm a fucking moron and I had to get dressed in the dark one day, okay? Okay? And that goes back to the day. I diffuse things with humor. That is me. That is Joe G. Take it or leave it. For what it's worth, that's who I am. But yet, these people just didn't get it. They know who I am because of the jokes that I made and because of the impression that I made. In fact, the first thing the guy said about me, "Hey, where's James Bond?" or something like that, because I came in pretending to be James Bond. It's my joke. It's just me. That's who I am. When I get married, I'm gonna be making jokes. That's my fucking life. Is trying to make jokes, trying to bring positive vibes. Then they accuse me. Then Cockbreath accuses me of bringing negative vibes, man. We're getting negative vibes. I'm like, first of all, you're challenging me and challenging what I want to do without even fucking so much as questioning who I am. I have nothing. This right here, this random radio world is all I have. That and a pair of shoes that Stephanie bought me. That's pretty much all that I have that's worth having, is what I've built. All of the money I've made for the past 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I've sunk into this radio show, into building this virtual radio network. This is my life. This is my legacy. Think for yourselves, America. Getting on these airwaves is my legacy. I am personable. I can sell anything to anybody, but I don't really want to be a salesman per se. I don't want to be. I want to be a radio show host. I want to be talking about more pressing issues than if you want to buy our fucking energy drink. There's fucking rabbis and congressmen selling organs. I mean, what do you have? What do you have? The rabbi coming out? Hey, you want to buy a heart? I got a heart. It's a good price. We give you a discount. See, that's funny. Maybe a little racist, maybe a little prejudice, but it's a fucking rabbi selling organs. There's nothing you could do but to joke about that, unless you want to sit there and fucking yell and be all... I don't want to be negative like this. I want to take a negative situation and joke about it to make you think about it, to make you reflect on it. If you get pissed off at my fucking joke, then you sit there and you think about why you're pissed off. Because there has to be a reason. And maybe, just maybe, America, maybe, ladies and gentlemen out there, you'll come to a new realization based on my joke, based on me challenging you in such a way. Honestly, you know, the rabbi and doctors selling kidneys and congressmen selling kidneys. Michael Jackson, he was murdered. He was murdered. He didn't fucking overdose. He was murdered. You don't fucking overdose on hospital-strength medication. Murdered. They raided the warehouse of the doctors. First of all, why do doctors have a warehouse and a storage facility to begin with? Okay? So they started, you know, just putting me down from the get-go. Like, honestly, it took, well, it didn't really take a lot of restraint. I didn't even just give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. You put me down, whatever. I'm going to make a joke. I'm going to talk shit to you. Because that's what I do. That's how I was brought up. That's how I was raised. That's the shit that I've had to deal with, okay? You talk shit, you make jokes. That's how I deal with every situation. But you know what? Karma got cock breath in the end. You know what happened to cock breath? He takes me outside. He's like, Joe, we got to talk to you. I was having a perfectly good conversation, trying to network with one of my newfound friends, and I hope they join the Random Virtual Radio Network, okay? But I was trying to network, and I was trying to do what I came there to do. And fucking cock breath and his little girlfriend, who she said she wears the pants in the relationship, but by the way he was yanking her around, it didn't really seem that way to me. And I don't care if I fucking burn all ties or burn all bridges with these people. I don't care. And I went with my ex and her boyfriend, who obviously isn't secure in his own manhood, because he was making up excuses for me not to fucking be there. And he was making up excuses to take me home. Okay? He wanted me to leave. He wanted me not to stay that whole meeting and take notes. I fucking took notes, bitch. Okay? Be insecure in your own manhood. I'm not dealing with this whole high school rhetoric bullshit. Okay? Because it's ridiculous. It's past me. This is past what I've done. I'm not that kind of kid. I'm more of a man than anything else. You know, and you're acting like a little girl. Pulling me out, saying, you know, I've gotten complications or I've gotten, you know, and this is exactly what he said. He said, I've gotten, you know, complaints from my team members. You don't come into my team and just, I wasn't disrespecting anybody. I was making jokes. I had a cigar in my mouth because I was trying to channel the positive energy and the coolness of what is Ron Bennington, okay? I even made a cocaine joke. You know, in my day in the 80s, we used to dump a pile of cocaine instead of selling energy drinks. It was a fucking joke, you sleazy bastards, okay? You pyramid scheme cunts. And you know what? No, I don't want to say anything about Amway Global. Because I like their company. I like what they're trying to do. I like the products, and I like where they built themselves from. But this fucking douchebag is just such a little prick. He was just such a little prick. So he pulls me outside, starts talking shit. And then he's like, well, you know, you don't want to taking you home. So I walk out with him, okay? And we start having a little bit of a conversation, which is him basically trying to put me down and get me to swing at his ass. Because I know he wanted me to swing at him. I know he wanted me to just pull out a fucking knife and stab him in his fucking face. Ugh. Cut his carotid artery. I know that's what he wanted. That is definitely what he wanted. He wanted me to do that, and I just wasn't having it. I just started you know what? And he got to the point where he's like, you know, our company did $3 million. What did your company do? I'm like, first of all, if I had a fucking company, it'd be worth, well, I'd be worth $3 trillion, okay? Not to mention what my company would be worth if I got to run it the way I wanted to run it, okay? My company would be worth a fucking fortune. We'd be taking over other networks, okay? That's what we would be doing if I had my own fucking company and my own fucking network. Because the way I run things is not bullshit. The way I would run things would be good. But he's like, we made $3 million. And I'm like, okay. What is that? How much did you make, you fucking cocksucker? Huh? How much did you make personally? We'll be right back. Random Radio. We'll tell you the answer to that when we come back. Joe G. The worst fucking business meeting ever. And then we'll talk about what I did to shut everybody up. And that's when they just gave up.